I get some of my best ideas when I'm driving, and I would like to share that this is one of them. I'm on my way to work, and last night I watched the Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones, and it was hilarious. And this is what's inspired me to do this. So, it was all basically about sensitivity, right? It is about sensitivity, accountability, and the sense of privilege that because I'm special, I should not be going through I should not be going through what other people are going through. Basically, it's like denying that there are people in predispositions. Uh, I reflect on that every day. I am an Asian living in the Middle East. And the Middle East recently has become a hotbed for neo-imperialism. You have a lot of money going into close neighborhoods where, sorry to say, but a lot of privileged people it's mostly where privileged people interact with each other. They rarely get a chance to interact with locals. Let's put it this way. It's not in all aspects of life it's not in all aspects of society, because there is a heavy middle class here in this country because of the high employment rate. But put it this way, I have friends who've been in the country for almost a decade and they have never tasted local cuisine. And the reaction to that is, what? How come you've never tasted local cuisine? How come you've never done that? And then if you turn it the other way around, it's like, okay, how come you haven't tried out our cuisine as well? And then it becomes like, oh, okay, right. No, you're in this host country. We're not supposed to try out your food. He's like, but it is here, and you are chastising me for not wanting to try your food when you wouldn't even want to try mine. So that is what defines. That is not what defines the Middle East, but that is basically how cultures clash over here. It is like, you should be lucky that you're in the Middle East. You should be lucky that you have a job. You should be lucky that you're hired. That is the position. That will always be the predisposition that every migrant or immigrant worker would have, not only here in the Middle East, but basically everywhere. If I worked hard in life, would it be fair to say that you got what you worked for, rather than saying, oh, because our country was established, you get the opportunity to achieve what you've worked hard for? And for that to be rubbed on your face on a daily basis is kind of annoying. I mean, you move on, you brush it off, but everywhere you go, you're not really being a snowflake about it. You're probably being self-aware or aware of your surroundings. That when they look at you and they're dismayed at how, when you're looked at and people are dismayed with your position in life in comparison to theirs, especially if they think that you're in a better position that you probably worked for or got by chance, they would give you shit. And you would be stared at. Not because you mean to undermine where they're coming from, but because deep inside you're like, you shouldn't. If you can get this, and I feel that I'm in this country, then I should be getting more. Is that true? Is that not true? Isn't that a mindset that every individual has? It's controversial because it's as if I'm assuming that there is class warfare, there is racism, where it doesn't exist. But this is how it exists nowadays. It is not the it is no longer the days where they go like, "Hey, Asian dude, what's wrong with you?" I mean, it still happens in the Middle East, but it's never really like that anymore. It is more of subtle, institutionalized racism where they look at you and they're like, "Wait, why are you there? Is that fair?" Personally, I don't think it is. Could I do anything about it? Probably not. Because I'm more than race. I'm worried if I'm gonna have a job tomorrow. I'm worried about my future. I'm worried about my kids' future. And in turn, isn't it like that? Doesn't it trickle down from that, or trickle up from that perspective, where if you care enough about your kids or your family, then if you care enough them at some point you'll care about society, because that selfishness will trigger you wanting to have a better environment for yourself and for your kids. And that's what I learned from Sticks and Stones. I don't know if that means much, but those are my 2 cents on this, and I've just arrived at work, so I'm done for now. See you again.